Summer's here. Time to skate. I've been wanting to build a cruiser board for some time, so I found an 8.5-inch deck with an old school shape and a modern mold dubbed the bomb shape. It's by Vamos Skateboards, and being a furry, this rad deck graphic really sealed the deal. Keeping with the red, pink and white theme, I got these Pulsar trucks alongside some red riser pads, a set of softer red bushings, and some fitting hardware. The wheels are one of the most important parts of a cruiser, so I decided on these Bones Rough Riders. At 56mm and 80A hardness, these are a nice middle ground between regular wheels and longboard wheels. For the bearings, I just went with the Skate Deluxe store brand Knights, which came in this nice tin and had good reviews, so I gave them a try. To drive home the old school look and protect the board at the same time, I also got some deck rails as well as skid plates for the tail and nose. The Peralta tailbone turned out to be too large for the board, but we'll address that later. And not to forget, I got some specific stickers from Redbubble to fit the theme, as well as rummaging around in my big bag of stickers for some inspiration. After stripping the plastic, I first set out to deal with the tailplate dimensions. After marking the areas to be removed and rearranging the holes for stability, I drilled and dremeled to make the darn thing work. Following that, the board itself got its holes drilled and sanded to prevent splintering. I'm pretty particular about grip designs and color matching, so I decided to lay the board out and spray the top ply red to go along with the overall theme. After light heat gun usage and clear coating, it was ready. For the grip tape itself, I went with box standard black grip tape, but had a neat idea to incorporate a sticker into the design, which was then promptly cut out with a scalpel and a box cutter, before being carefully applied to the deck. Using the old screwdriver method, the grip was sheared and cut off, followed by some light sanding on the sides to also remove excess paint from earlier. To protect the sticker, I also added a small patch of clear grip that I had laying around. After the hard part was done, I applied the chosen stickers, also using some that came with the parts I bought. I also had a strip of these rave smiley stickers laying around, as well as some graffiti pens, so I decided to give those a try as well. Before moving on to the rest of the hardware, I first installed the screw mounts for the front skid plate and screwed both the front and back plates into place. Turned out much cleaner than expected, really. The deck rails proved a bit more tricky to install, but also looked pretty sharp in the end. The trucks were first disassembled to grease up the pivot cups a bit and install the other set of bushings. With the hardware and riser pads in place, the trucks were then mounted to the board. Finally, I used the truck axles to push the bearings into the wheels and secured them in place with the axle nut. And that's it. I got myself a new pair of skate shoes, the board was sitting there waiting to be shredded, but nature said, no. Building this board was actually a small sanity project while writing my bachelor's thesis, so I just kept the board sitting against the wall, looking at it for motivation and working towards the day of my final presentation. Once that day came, I packed the board and headed to uni to meet my professors. I passed and celebrated by stepping on the board for the first time and quite literally riding out of my university. After an hour or two of skating around town, I visited some skate spots I frequented here before COVID.
Bro, look at my fucking cat, yo!
But now that summer is truly here, this video wouldn't be complete without a little montage. So I hope my admittedly entry-level skating entertains you as much as it does me.